Hey guys, Prowl 171 here, and today I'm going to ask the question, is there a Doctor Who story that you just couldn't quite make it through? Maybe not indefinitely, but just that on first viewing you had to stop. Maybe it was a modern Who story that wasn't working and you had to step away and come back to it like considerably later, or maybe it was a classic Who story you only watched part 1, part 2, part 3, you didn't finish it. And it took you a while to get back to it. Just for some reason, something was putting you off the story. Now, for me, the immediate one that comes to mind is The Time Monster, because I've never seen all of it. I've seen either the first part or the first 2 parts. I'm not sure. I just did not engage with that story. I don't remember it much. I can't remember when it was. It's been a few years since I attempted to watch it. I remember the little room with the box that the Master kept going to like teleport himself or something. I know it's tied in with Atlantis, another story tied in with Atlantis and him trying to summon that one creature. It's a story where the Master is trying to summon a creature so he can control or get its power, but ultimately it's too powerful for him to control. There's an original idea. That's never been done in Doctor Who before. I could not connect with it. Now, maybe it was because I was watching a lot of stuff on BritBox at the time, because one of my friends had BritBox, so we would watch it a lot. And I was just burned out because I had watched a lot at once. I've talked before about how I don't like to take in a lot of classic Who all at once. You know, I never try to just marathon through stories I haven't seen, because I like sipping them like a fine wine, so to speak, because I love the idea of having classic Who stories that I still get to experience for the first time. I really like that. So I enjoy just taking them in slowly, or maybe just like when I get a new box set, watching them on that. Like, I'm looking forward to season 22 because I've only seen half the season. That's going to be a real treat for me when it comes out. But at the time, I was going through quite a few I either hadn't seen or just ones I liked I hadn't seen in a while. So by the time I got to Time Monster, I might have just been burned out. Plus, I knew it by reputation, so I knew it wasn't that good anyway. So I might have been sitting there thinking, this one's not good, this one's not good. Watch part 1, that's right, this one's not good, they're right. So I'm not quite certain. But that is the one that comes immediately to mind. Now, there are some on a rewatch that are slugs for me to get through. Some of them not. Like, Inferno's 7 episodes. I can sit down and watch all 7 episodes back to back. I remember the last time I watched Inferno, I only intended to watch like the first 3 episodes, and I was going to go back and watch the rest later. Watch the whole thing. 7 episodes, never slows down, excellently paced. Quite possibly the best paced Doctor Who story I've ever seen of that length, or near that length. Very well paced. But then there are others, like, even just getting through the Daemons Omnibus took me days. I remember at one point, I had watched like the first half, and then I took a break for a while. And when I went back and started watching it again, I only made it 4 minutes in before I had to take another break. 4 minutes, I had to take another break. This is because the Daemons isn't really that great, despite what some people think. It's another story of the Master tries to control a supernatural force and summon and control its power, just to find out he can't control its power. That's an original idea. That's never been done in Doctor Who before. Modern Who, I don't run into this as much. It might drag, but I can usually make it through it. Or if I do pause, I come back to it later that day or the next day. I remember The Woman Who Fell to Earth did take me a couple days to get through my rewatch of it. But I think that's more just because I was watching other stuff at the time too. I've been watching The Sopranos for the first time. Like, I'd never seen it before, and I've been powering through it a lot lately. I'm trying to think of other ones that are just slogs. Like Classic Who, I run into that sometimes, where even if it's one I've seen before, I might only watch part 1 or part 2, and then I might wait a day or 2 to watch part 3 or part 4. Modern Who, not so much, just because if it's a story I don't like, I tend not to re-watch it at all, or if I do, I just haven't seen it in forever and want to give it a fresh viewing. I don't usually watch half of a Modern Who story and then go back to it 2 weeks later. It seems like that fits for Classic Who better. But Time Monster is the main one I can think of. Kind of in that situation where I started it and just never finished it. I think pretty much the rest of Classic Who unless it's a rewatch. I haven't done that. Usually I'll get through it. But that's just my thoughts on that. I kind of wondered if any of you guys ever had a Doctor Who story that maybe it took you a while to get back to it and finish it, where you were just kind of like, I need a break, I can't do this one. So I would like to know what you think, so comment down below and let me know if you've ever had a Doctor Who story, classic or modern, that's had that effect on you. That it was a bit of a slog to get through and you either never went back to it or it took you a while to get back to it. Other things to do: click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications so you never miss out on another video. I also have a Patreon if you would like to contribute to that. There is a link in the description below to that. My entry-level tier is only $2 a month if you would like to support me that way. I want to give a special shout out to two of my top tier patrons, the 5th Doctor and Stephen Crane. I really appreciate their support. I also have a P.O. Box. If there's anything you would like to send me Doctor Who related, sci-fi related, or otherwise, my P.O. Box is in the description below. I believe I actually have something coming in from one of my patrons. I think he's sending me some Region 2 DVDs. That's kind of cool. I like that. And a link to my Amazon wish list is down in the description as well. Most importantly, though, thank you for watching.